I'm Denise Phillips, Women's Officer of Northwood Ruislip United Synagogue and a professional chef and cookery writer. This video features our forthcoming festival of Chanukah, and we light our first candle on Wednesday the 25th of December. The main symbolic ingredient for Chanukah is olive oil, and during the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, the oil that was there was only sufficient for actually one day, but miraculously it lasted for 8 days. And this is what we celebrate, the miracle. The two main classic foods we have at this time are latkes and donuts, and today I'm focusing on latkes. All my recipes you'll find on my website jewishcookery.com. The word latke in Yiddish means an oily thing, and it's hence the classic recipe is made with grated potato, onion, and bound together in matzah meal and egg, and then fried. In my great-grandmother's days, she used schmaltz, rendered down fat, because olive oil was not available. Let me share some tips for the perfect latkes. Squeeze out as much liquid from the potatoes and onion as possible. Flavour well, because once they fry, the flavour mellows. Add a little baking powder to make them light. And the oil needs to be really hot when you cook them. Don't put too many latkes in at any one time. They fry better with just a few. And once you've taken them out the frying pan, transfer it to a rack. Let me show you. So it goes onto a rack like this, and not baking paper or absorbent paper, because that just really makes it greasy. And finish it off in the oven on the rack, 180 degrees centigrade for about 10 minutes to make sure they are lovely and crispy. Now, as I say, today's recipe is a grated carrot, potato and onion latke, and I'm going to be flavouring that with za'atar. So let me show you what I have here. I have already some grated potato and onion, finishing off here with a little bit more potato. There we go. These graters are really useful and makes life very quick. Remove any large pieces. Let's move that out the way. Now, it's part of this potato here that you want to make sure there's taken as much of the liquid out. So you'd be surprised how much. And I've got a clean tea towel here. I'm just going to squeeze as much. Can you see this is the carrot juice? And this makes sure that they fry beautiful. So squeeze this really, really hard. You'd be amazed how much water is in the potato and onion. So taking this out, we don't need that liquid. Right, shake out. Right, we now have the grated potato and onion. We're now going to add, this is corn flour. I'm going to add 1 egg. When you break your egg, lift it from a height. 2 things. Check it's okay. Make sure you don't waste any of that egg white. So in that goes. This is plain flour. If you want to make it gluten-free, you certainly can. So let's just start mixing this ingredients well. And as I said, I'm flavouring this. This is za'atar. Okay, I've also got a little bit of baking powder, as I mentioned, just makes it nice and soft. And now I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And if you like it a tad spicy, you can add some little bit of paprika sauce. So let's just mix that, or harissa. Either would work very well. So let's get our hands into this now, and we're going to fry this beautiful latke mixture. I really feel that you need to probably get your hands into it. Squeeze this together so it binds together, and then you're going to fry. So fry them into little balls, really mixing it well. It is a recipe you can do in stages. It is a recipe that you can freeze, and you can make them whatever size you want. So you can make them really large. So let me bring my oil over, which is lovely and hot. I'm going to just fry these. I'm going to do one. Now, you're going to ask me, what oil am I using? I'm using olive oil. You want the lightest oil. It's the oil that they used in temple times. Okay, I'm just going to fry 2. All right, so let's let them fry. The trick of frying is leave it, leave it, leave it. Why? Because if you're busy turning it from one side to the next, you won't get a lovely crispy coating. So while that is cooking, what I want to show you now is the topping. The topping is made with a little bit of tahini. This is actually non-dairy yogurt, giving that a stir, and a little sweetness with applesauce. So really nice, giving that a real mix. That's it, and I already can see my latkes are going nice and crispy, which is what we want. So let's just turn these over. Look how lovely and golden they are, changing colour, absolutely terrific. And as I said to you, when they are finished with the frying, what you're going to do is transfer it to this rack. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this oil off, move this over to one side, and let any excess oil drop onto the rack so that we don't have a soggy latke, but a crispy latke. Let me show you some I have made earlier on. Here we have our carrot latkes with some za'atar. I'm going to add my dressing here, which, as I say, was tahini and actually non-dairy yogurt, together with some applesauce. I'm going to finish this off, giving it a little bit of colour. Here we go, a little bit of chopped chives. And there we have our finished dish, grated carrot and za'atar latkes. I'd now like to pass you over to Rabbi Shia Green. Have a wonderful Chanukah. Best dishes, Denise.
Thank you very much, Denise, for whipping up some wonderful treats in honor of Chanukah. Hello everyone, I'm Shia Green, Rabbi at Northwood Ruislip United Synagogue. The menorah we light on Chanukah commemorates the menorah that was kindled in the temple, remembering the miracle that happened in those times. However, there are 2 main differences between the menorah that we light and the one that was lit in the temple. Number 1, the menorah we light has 8 branches. The one in the temple has 7. The menorah in the temple was lit during the day, and the one we light is at night. And what inspirational lesson can we learn from the small jug of oil that was recovered in order to light the menorah? The number 7 represents the smooth, steady running of nature. There are 7 days in the week. The number 8 represents the supernatural. When the temple was present in the holy city of Jerusalem, it was perfection. It was daytime. Everything was clear. It was represented by the number 7. When the temple was destroyed and we were sent into exile, it became dark. And in order for us to emerge from the darkness and regain our glory and prestige, we need the number 8. We need the supernatural. Where do we obtain the strength in order to do this? That comes from the small jug of oil. Inside each of us is a pure, untainted, immutable jug of oil, our precious godly soul. And when we tap into that energy, we can overcome any darkness. And when we shine this light within ourselves, it will radiate automatically and lighten up the lives of others. May this Chanukah be one where each of us radiates our pure energy and light that is within us. and overcome all of the darkness and our challenges. And in return, may God shine his light upon us and grant us all, the entire Jewish people, and specifically our brothers and sisters in the land of Israel, a happy and joyous Chanukah. On behalf of everyone at Northwood and Ruislip Synagogue, I wish you all happy Chanukah. Thank you.